Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This video is for you if before the 25th or before the 30th, depending on when you earn your salary, you always feel like your money is vanishing. You can't tell where you're spending your money. It feels like something is eating through your pockets. There's this adage that some people that it feels like there's a hole in their pockets. The more they put money, the more it goes away. Welcome. This video is for you because I used to feel that way. Like, even when you have salary increase, you'll be like, what's happening to my money? What am I doing? Where is my money going to? Honestly, while we're laughing about it now, it's not necessarily a funny thing. Because let me tell you one critical thing. As a salary earner, you should be very careful about what you're spending your money on. You should be mindful. You should know where your money is going to. Do you know why? You are exchanging your time for money. You can't spend that money anyhow. Honestly, you can't spend that money anyhow. If you spend 9 to 5 with someone at the end of the month, they give you money. You shouldn't just can't say where that money went to, because that's your time, that's your life you spent. That's for another day. I used to think that the only way to manage your money is to have like bigger salary, a bigger pay cut to make more money, right? But that wasn't it for me, because it felt like the more I was making money, the more I was also couldn't say where it was going to, right? The first thing I'm going to tell you to do is to track every money, every dollar, every cent that enters into your account. Here is a practical way to do it. Email your bank for your bank statement. Sit down with it. Sit down with a book. Forget laptop. Sit down with your pen and paper. And it's a very painful experience, right? Especially if you are doing it far back, right? Let me tell you my feeling. Anytime I sit down with my banks, I'm like, what did I spend 50,000 on? Was it necessary? Was it necessary? But it's good. Right? You should have like this 5 or 6 columns. Did you tithe? Did you give to God? Did you give offering in church? Because that's a sum of investments, right? God, tithe, offering, seed, sowing, anything that you did in church that has to do with God. 2 is family. Did you give to your family, to your friends, your sibling, anyone? What did you give? Did you give? 4, did you have savings for the month? Did you save anything? Did you set aside any money? 5, what did you spend on food? What you bought when you went out to eat, refreshments, you went out, things like that. And 5, investment. Investment is significantly different from savings. Significantly different. They are very wide apart. So you separate that. You have to track this. Why you track this is that so that you know in your default mode, without any restraints, this is what you are going to do. If I know that in January, February, March, April, May, I have almost every month spent 400,000 naira on food, clothing, shopping, refreshments, hanging out, why will I in June set a budget of 50,000 to not work? You're going to break that budget, right? The easiest way to say is I spend 400, maybe I'll start from 200. The next month I'll 100. Let me figure out what I can cut off. You see how to set a realistic budget. This is not a budget video, but track every naira, track every money that you have spent so far, and now say, are you fine with this? I'm not fine. There are places I want to reduce, and then you start from there and start reducing. The second thing is, it's called an envelope method, and you see it a lot of places online, which is, someone talked about having 5 bank accounts. I do not like that, but the idea is, or if you have a bank app that will allow you to separate out your money. If you now know that you spend 400,000 on food, 100,000 on clothing, 100,000 on this one, but maybe some days I will dip hand from one into another. If you have a bank account that allows you to separate your money into buckets, an example, I think a Nigerian app that does this is Piggyvest. It allows you to segment where you keep your money. I think some other platforms also do it. It allows you to separate out your money. It helps you to stick to your budget, right? Remember, this budget is a reflection of who you are, and you are addressing places that is not right. You are addressing it, right? It helps you separate out your money in buckets, right? Separate out your rent, separate out your food, separate out your transport. I know we didn't talk about transport. Your giving, your tithing, your data, separate all those things out. You know, when you get your money, you separate them out, right? The next thing is to link savings to habits, right? There's some people that do this, but I don't know if that's disciplined enough. I have no opinion. If I have, I wouldn't be sharing it publicly. To say example, if I go on shopping, the head carrier wise does is, if I spend more than 100,000, save 10% for me. That is really not a good way to go. You take control of your money. Don't let your money control you. Decide at the beginning of the month, I'm going to put 10% into investment. I'm going to put 10% into saving. I'm going to be saving for my rent that is due in 2 years. I'm going to buy these clothes that I like. Why is buying clothes not part of your budget plan? I'm going to buy this clothes that I really like. I'm going to do this that I really want to do. You separate that out and you decide, right? Don't wait to trigger savings behavior, right? Number 3 that I would say is bulk buying. Someone said that, you know, that poor people spend more money than rich people. A rich person can buy a bag of water, for example, in 10 packs. Let's say it's pure water I buy. Let's use the sachet water, and I buy 10. I buy it for 2,000 naira. But a poor person that keeps buying that water, maybe 350 naira, 50 naira every day, is going to spend more money than me that have bought it in bulk. And most times, if you sit down to reason about it, the poorer person does not have the 2,000 naira to spend at once, but they can afford the 50 naira. That's why the adage is that the poor keeps getting poor and the rich keep getting richer. If you buy in bulk, you spend less because you're not buying in pieces, and you save up more money. Honestly, so buy in bulk for your food, buy in bulk for things you regularly buy. If you regularly buy clothes, you say maybe I want to buy 5 clothes every month. If you have your vendor, buy in bulk, buy during sales, buy in bulk. It helps you spend less money. That's not well talked about enough. Try to buy in bulk. It will help you to spend less money. The next I'm going to be talking about is an accountability partner. I think this is one of the key things that made me to be successful in 2024. And which is not really talked about. I've been investing for a very long while, but in 2025 I really took it seriously. But one thing that helped me to succeed in my investment journey is having a group, right? If you're on Instagram, maybe you know Financial Jennifer. She had a group, and then we had another group of people that were investing in other things. And it's really remarkable because this is not well said enough. If you are investing by yourself, for example, you figured out that you never had any investment, and you say, oh, I'm going to start investing now. You invest in a couple of things. You can invest in the business, stocks, shares, bonds, all those things, right? And you say, oh, I'm going to be investing now. If you are doing it by yourself, trust me, you will not be so consistent. There will be some weeks you'll be like, you only live once, let's go and spend this money. What is money that we can't spend? And you don't invest. But if you have a community of people and they don't even need to tell you how much they're investing or how much they're making, but if you're in that community, just being around those people that are money minded, there's lots of groups online that you can check out. I don't have any group. There are a lot of groups online you can check out. Once you are within that community of people talking about how to make money, how to keep money, how to multiply your money, that mindset is ingrained in you, right? Try to have an accountability partner, an accountability group. I really think one way to do when it comes to money is not to do it by yourself. Find a community, find a group to do it with. You can call this money clarity. It really gave me peace. If you have been stuck in that circle of working and you are still broke, remember that you don't need to earn more. You need to save what you're already earning. You need to account for what you're already earning, because that's also how you make more money. You multiply the one you have and more money will come to you, right? Thank you. See you in the next video.